Brought to you by the Asian Business Institute and Resource Center. Funding for Specialty Eats was made possible by a grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture Agricultural Marketing Service. Its contents are solely the responsibility of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of the USDA.
Chinese broccoli is a leafy green vegetable. It's popular in Chinese and other Asian cuisines. It has thick, tender stems, dark green leaves, and small flowering buds. The flavor of Chinese broccoli is somewhat similar to regular broccoli, but more bitter and with a slight peppery taste. It's commonly stir-fried, steamed, or blanched, and often served with sauces like oyster sauce, garlic, or ginger. And lastly, here's a fun fact. Chinese broccoli is actually part of the same family as regular broccoli, but it is a different variety. It doesn't form the large head that regular broccoli does. Instead, it has long stems with smaller florets, and its leaves are a bit tougher and more fibrous. Gai Long is actually closer to kale than broccoli, though it is often called Chinese broccoli due to its appearance and flavor. Hi, welcome back to ABIRC Specialty Eats. Welcome back, Alex.
Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure to be back with ABIRC and your specialty crop. Today's specialty crop is what, Key?
Today's specialty crop is Chinese broccoli. Do you have any experience working with Chinese broccoli, Alex?
Yes, I have some experience with Chinese broccoli. This green vegetable actually goes with many dishes. And today we are going to cook Chinese broccoli with beef and having rice noodle as the intermediary between the broccoli and the beef flavor.
Wow, that sounds pretty yummy. I'm pretty excited for it. Every time you come back, my stomach starts to growl and I get hungry. And now, but Chinese broccoli, beef, some rice noodles. How do we plan it? Is it a stir fry, steam? Is it going to be?
This is going to be stir fry.
Okay.
Our main ingredient is quite basic. Quite basic. We have green Chinese broccoli.
Okay.
Chinese noodle. This is rice noodle.
Perfect.
The larger, broader kind. And 2 types of onions, scallion, the green onion, and the large onion that we sliced.
Okay.
Alongside. And the beef will be the combination of flavor between the flavor of the green broccoli, Chinese broccoli, and the beef.
So the protein part.
That's the protein part. And some of the ingredients that we're going to be using today is quite basic.
Okay.
Garlic.
Nice.
Crushed.
Okay, perfect. I was going to say it looks crushed. Okay.
5 cloves.
Okay.
5 cloves of garlic crushed, and we have also soy sauce.
Nice.
And one thing that I add into this dish, you might not see it elsewhere, is the fermented soybean.
Nice.
This is the salted fermented soybean. You can find it at any store.
Okay.
And the last 2 ingredients, quite basic one, our sugar and black pepper.
Nice. Now, in terms of the Chinese broccoli, what kind of taste should we kind of expect? Like, is it like a leafy green, similar to like maybe broccolis and cabbages, or is it got a little bit more unique taste?
The Chinese broccoli has a unique smell. That it brings out the smell. It has a certain flavor of green vegetable. And there's a small tinge of bitterness.
Oh, okay. So that's the uniqueness.
It's a mix of sweet green vegetable
nice.
and the bitterness of it. If you mix it with certain meat,
okay,
that flavor brings out quite well. And today we are going to do that with beef and see how that goes.
Perfect. I'm so excited. You ready to start cooking this?
Let's do it.
Okay, let me turn on our
first,
oven.
What we're going to do is we are going to heat the oil, and today we have our oil here.
Couple teaspoons, you think?
A couple of teaspoons is fine.
Okay.
That would be enough. Let the oil heat up just a bit before we add garlic.
Okay.
And at the same time, we're also going to throw in the beef.
So the garlic and the beef goes in first.
Yes.
But before so, let's heat up the oil, let it come to a heat. Okay. If I'm doing it wrong, you gotta teach me, okay, Alex?
You're doing
Okay, okay. Should we add the garlic in now?
Okay, we can test whether or not the oil is hot.
Okay.
By using your hand, lower your hand like that. Just about that level, you can feel the heat. It means it's hot enough.
Oh yeah, I can feel the heat now. Okay. So a little bit of the garlic. Oh, I can hear the sizzle already.
All right.
And then you said the beef?
You can stir it a little bit. Let the oil cook the garlic just a bit. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I wish that the audience could smell the garlic
flavor.
roasting and getting in the pan. Okay.
Okay. Now we can put in the beef. We're using beef slices, so now we can stir. Okay. Okay, it's coming quite well.
Okay.
The beef is cooking. Stir it so that the oil mixes with the beef and the garlic. All right. Now, okay, it's cooking. We can add the green. Okay, let's throw that in. All right.
Oh wow.
It takes a longer time for this green vegetable to cook. So we let it cook first before we add the onion.
Okay.
Otherwise the onion will be wilted.
Okay. Do you cover this at all?
We cover for about a minute or so.
Okay. Should I cover it now? Okay.
Let it cook for just a moment.
Okay.
Within a minute or so, we're going to add the onions.
Okay. Now, the Chinese broccoli, because it's different, you said that, you have to cook it a little bit longer and cook it before the onion because is it the stem that you're trying to cook down to make it nice and tender?
Correct.
Or
The stem. It's thicker than the onion.
Okay.
Actually, it's more dense. Onions has a lesser density.
Okay.
So when it hits the heat, it cooks faster. So we put it in at a different time.
Okay,
If we
okay.
put it in at a different time, the onion may be overcooked, and the onion might overpower the Chinese broccoli.
The broccoli. Because we do want to highlight the broccoli because the broccoli
Correct.
is the star of the dish, right?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now we can. Okay. Now it's time to add the onion and the rest of the ingredients.
Should we add both onions?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Stir it and then cover.
Wow. You can smell, and it sounds amazing too. And it smells good too already. Okay.
Okay. Our remaining ingredients, we have soy sauce, fermented beans,
Okay.
salted, sugar, and pepper.
So what should go in first?
By this order.
Okay.
Soy sauce, fermented bean, sugar, and pepper.
Okay.
Let's put them in. Okay. The beans goes in. Sugar. Mix them well, and then we're going to add noodles.
Okay. So the last dish is the noodle. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what about the heat? Do we keep the heat on pretty
We keep
high?
the heat quite high
Okay.
because high heat brings out the flavor of the vegetable and the meat. These two flavors, once they mix, it makes it quite tasty.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
We're going to cover it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, so Alex, it's gonna take about a minute to simmer. We'll be right back in about a minute, and we'll serve and we'll taste test. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, though.
It's going to be a great dish today.
Oh, yes. Thank you. We'll be right back. Well, it's been about a minute. We're simmering. Our heat is off now. Are you ready to try this, Alex?
Let's try it.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Can you smell the aroma?
If there was such thing as smell TV, now would be the moment to have smell TV.
You could imagine the aroma of the garlic, onion, and the vegetable mixed with beef. It's quite, it smells quite tasty.
Let me get you a plate. Some noodles. Get you some veggie. If I could get this out. Here you go, Alex.
Oh, wow.
A little bit for me. Oh, this smells so amazing.
That looks good. Okay. Everything looks perfect. It's not overcooked, it's not undercooked. And the vegetable had been seared by the heat. Oh. And you can smell. The flavor comes out quite naturally. And you see the fermented bean, the individual bean, still remain. So that's good. And the beef itself is quite cooked. Okay? So everything's good. Let's give it a try.
I'm going to try a little bit of the noodles first. But be careful, it's really hot
though. Hot.
Okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Oh. Well, I want to try the star of the dish.
It's quite soft. And the vegetable, the green vegetable, or Chinese broccoli, has been fully cooked.
I think my favorite thing about the Chinese broccoli right off the bat is the contrast between the stem, like what you said, it was a little bit dense, but so flavorful, and then the softness of the leaves. The leaves gives it a nice, soft, flavorful like texture, and then the stem gives it a nice, dense crunch to it. Oh.
When you bite into it from the stem, it gets crunchy and gets softer towards the tip of the vegetable. Try the beef, and after you taste the vegetable, try the beef. It goes quite well together. How do you like that?
That is so wonderful.
This dish, it's good for lunch or dinner. And it could go with rice. Or well, the noodle itself, you don't need rice to go along with it. Once you mix in the noodle. If you separate it, if we did not put in the noodle, just cook the beef and the broccoli.
Over the noodles.
We can put that.
Or over rice.
But since we already add noodle, so we dispense with the need of rice.
Nice.
You can eat as it is.
Like a big stir fry, like a single pot dish.
Right.
But I could really taste the little bit of the bitterness of the Chinese broccoli that you mentioned that imparted into the beef a little bit.
It's a mix of sweetness and bitterness.
Yeah.
A small tinge of bitterness, not too much.
Yeah.
It's good vegetable, and it goes well with beef.
Yeah. And it's perfect in a stir fry dish, it looks like.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, Alex, I want to thank you for joining us again today. You're a wonderful chef. Every time I'm here with you, I always leave happy because the food is amazing. On behalf of the ABIRC team and Alex, we want to thank all of you guys for joining us again for another episode of ABIRC's Specialty Eats featuring Chinese broccoli. One last thing to say, Alex?
Happy eating.